I want to see people who look like me, and when I don't, it's just crushing. It makes me angry. It makes me sad. It makes me feel invisible.
In every Spanish-speaking home, there is a telenovela playing in the background. That is just part of our culture. And so I knew that I wanted to be an actor, and I knew from early on that I wanted to be an actress, but I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it because I don't see myself on TV. I've never seen myself.
Most of the time when we see a Latino character depicted on television, most of the time we lean towards the sort of European phenotype, whereas I think that there is a large spectrum of people that are Latinx, and they come in all colors, shapes, and sizes.
The truth is, 40% of Latin Americans are of African descent. They identify as Afro-Latino. 150 million Afro-Latinos are in Latin America and the United States.
The representation in Hollywood is still very, very specific when it comes to Latinos. You know, there is still this tendency to always have a Latino as like a side, you know, kick, whether it's like the comedic woman who mispronounces all the words, you know what I mean? The very overly sexualized Latina, you know, never maybe the lead.
I'm always cast as somebody who is a gangbanger, as a drug dealer, a drug addict. Very rarely am I given the opportunity to play somebody who's come up in the world.
When I started doing theater, actually in the Latino community, I was cast as, you got it, the maid, la criada, even though I was just as qualified as the other actresses, even though I had, you know, the same passion, and I was never even considered.
Afro-Latinos, we are lawyers, we are doctors, we are teachers, we are wonderful, beautiful actors and actresses, we are advocates, we are such an integral part of the Latin American culture that to deny us is to deny Latin America.
TV helps us build our identities. And if we don't exist as Afro-Latinx people on television, then we lack identity.
We want to see ourselves on the big screen. We need it. It is imperative to our self-worth to really connect and be like, wow, I too can be beautiful and wanted. I too can be in a position of power. And I think every one of us needs that.
It's not just Afro-Latinos who are being portrayed in a negative light. It's LGBTQ Latinos, it's Latinos with disabilities, it's Indigenous Latinos, it's Asian Latinos. We don't have a proper representation of what it means to be Latino in the media, and that's a huge problem.
Representation is important because the story we tell ourselves about ourselves affect and impact our position in this world.